to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty significant, the idea of moving to Puerto Rico.
It's a big step for anyone.
Absolutely. And to help understand one aspect of that journey, we're looking at a company called Coquí Destination and Relocation Services.
Right. Specifically, we're looking at the framework they operate under.
Exactly. Our mission today is to explore their foundational commitments, things like their privacy policy, terms of service, cookie policy, their accessibility statement, and the disclaimer.
Think of it as understanding the ground rules, how they build trust with people thinking about this major life change.
It's essential groundwork, isn't it? Especially when trust is so important.
Definitely. When you're planning a move like this, you need a partner you can rely on. Looking at these documents gives you a real sense of their commitments.
Okay, let's start with something that's top of mind for almost everyone now. Data privacy. Moving involves sharing quite a bit of personal info.
A lot of info, yeah.
So Coquí highlights client privacy in their privacy policy. What's the key thing for someone considering their services to, grasp from that?
Well, what's really interesting is that a good privacy policy isn't just about what they collect names, addresses, maybe moving details, but the crucial part is how they use it and, importantly, how they protect it.
So, who sees it?
Exactly. A strong policy should assure you that your sensitive relocation data isn't just being passed around to, say, third parties without your okay, and that they actually have security measures in place.
Right. That makes sense. Okay, so what about the rules of the road? Their terms of service. This often feels like the dense legal stuff people skip.
Yeah, the dreaded fine print. But honestly, it's super important here. Think of the terms of service as the actual agreement between you and Coquí.
Okay.
It lays out what they promise to do, like what's included in the service package, payment details, and also what your responsibilities are.
So it clarifies things like cancellation policies too?
Precisely. Knowing those details up front can save a lot of headaches later. It just makes for a clearer, smoother relationship,
Makes sense. Now, shifting gears slightly, what about just visiting the website? That's where the cookie policy fits in. Cookies can seem a bit mysterious.
It can feel that way. But basically, the cookie policy is about transparency. It explains what those little data files, the cookies, are doing on their site.
So not just chocolate chip.
No, definitely not. You usually find they use essential cookies just to make the website work properly, remembering settings, things like that. And then there are often analytics cookies. These help Coquí understand how people are actually using the site, which pages are popular, where people get stuck maybe. That helps them improve it for everyone.
So being upfront about that online data collection.
Exactly. It shows they're not trying to hide how their website interacts with your browser.
Good. Now, another important aspect is making sure services are usable by everyone. Coquí has an accessibility statement. What does that signal?
That's a really positive signal, actually. An accessibility statement shows they're committed to inclusivity. It means they're actively thinking about users with disabilities.
How so? What would that involve?
Well, it could mean designing their website so it works well with screen readers, or offering information in different formats if needed, maybe ensuring physical locations are accessible. It just shows a broader awareness of different people's needs.
That feels like a really important value for a service-oriented company.
It really does. It reflects well on their overall approach.
Okay, last one on our list. The disclaimer. This sounds like managing expectations, maybe setting boundaries.
You've got it. That's exactly the role of a disclaimer. It's where Coquí likely clarifies the limits of their liability and the scope of the advice or information they provide.
So, for instance, they might help you find housing options, but they wouldn't be giving, say, legal advice on property contracts.
Precisely. Or financial advice on mortgages. It sets clear boundaries about what their service is and what it isn't. It provides necessary legal context and just helps keep everyone on the same page.
So, pulling all this together, if you're looking at Coquí, what's the big takeaway from exploring these foundational documents?
Well, I think what's fascinating is how these different pieces, privacy, terms, cookies, accessibility, disclaimer, they all weave together to paint a picture.
A picture of?
A picture of a company that seems to value transparency and wants to build client trust right from the start. By putting this information out there clearly, they're giving you, the potential client, the tools to make an informed decision.
Right. It's about more than just the beautiful beaches in Puerto Rico. It's about knowing the company helping you get there operates on clear principles.
Exactly. And that leads to a final thought, really, for you listening. When you're making a huge decision, like relocating, how important is that kind of upfront clarity and commitment from the services you engage with?
something to really consider. These policies, while maybe not the most exciting part of planning a move, can actually provide significant peace of mind.
They really can. Knowing the groundwork is solid,